Back-to-back overtime thrillers for Texas to come back and keep their playoff hopes alive. You are watching Student of the Game, where we break down the biggest games of the week. This week, we will be talking about Texas versus Mississippi State, talking about the offense and what the offense did to really squeeze it out and come home with the win to keep those playoff hopes for Texas alive. In this breakdown, we are not in the film room. We do not know what happened, so we will not necessarily be bashing players, but we will talk about what we saw from a bird's eye view. Let's get to it. So, Texas really started the game off fast. It looked like it was really about to get ugly for Mississippi State, like really fast. We got the first play right here, a connection that we love to see and that we really need to see between Arch and Wingo. Just a simple RPO screen, or it could be a screen all the way, but Wingo makes a guy miss, hits the sideline for like 60, 70, almost out the gate, sets us up really nice to be able to really start the game with the first drive touchdown. Like opening the drive with the touchdown is super instrumental when you're playing on the road, especially against a team who hadn't won an SEC game in like 2 years. Like we needed this, and we needed to see Wingo getting started early, and he shows the type of explosiveness that he has right here. They end that drive with the touchdown. So we're going to skip ahead a little bit because there are a lot of plays that we need to show. We get to the second or third drive of the game. It's a 3rd and 9, really important drive right here. And this is where things really started to kind of unravel for us just a little bit. You're going to see like we got a guy screaming up the edge. We're going to go to the back end. Everybody's covered up top, so we don't even need to watch that. We're going to skip straight to the back end on this and just point out a miscommunication between these two guys right here. One thing that you never want to see as an offensive lineman, as a quarterback, is somebody running straight up the middle. Like that has to be the strongest point of your protection. If you get beat on the edge, so be it. We can chip, we can help, we can do things to fix that. But when you got guys running up the middle free, it makes it really hard. So I've always heard, not that I've been taught, I've always heard that usually big guys account for big guys. And sometimes there are certain situations where a running back might end up on the defensive end and you just have to win. Like it is what it is. I'm not sure if Baxter was supposed to get this guy, number 4 was supposed to get this guy, or if 74 was supposed to slide down for a full slide so Arch would know like where the free guy would possibly be coming from if they sent max pressure for this to happen. It ends up really killing the drive for us. On to the next, I'm going to show you we got a bunch of breakdowns in protection that I really want to show. There's a lot of them, stuff that we would have to really get fixed if that's really where we want to go in the playoffs, like if we want to win or not. I'm going straight back view on this. So what we're going to have right here, we're going to have a counter protection with this guy coming down, and I want to say this guy coming across. We're going to have still counter protection right here, where you really want to do this like if you're doing good versus the run. Like this is supposed to kind of give you like a soft, just have those guys check their feet a little bit so the routes can get downfield. So we have our guard coming across right here, boom, and then we have everybody working down, right? But our center just slides too far. And this is what I was talking about earlier. Big guys account for big guys. So if you're sliding, what I would believe, if you're sliding to this guy right here, just stay here and Wisner will pick up the leakage that's coming. Like this should be a clean pocket, and we mess it up. Between the center and 71, one of those guys mess it up. I believe it's probably the center, but I didn't play offensive line. I'm just telling you what the things I heard in like team meetings and when I talked to our offensive linemen about protections and what they see and how they count things out like that. So I don't know everything, but something ain't right there. So we have another important play right here. It's 3rd and 19. If we catch this, we off to the races. I mean, we probably won't score, but like with Wingo having the hands that he has, like he knows this should be a catch. Maybe it was a little bit of distraction drill in there where we talk about when a guy throws his hands up right before the ball gets there and it kind of throws off the flight or the sight of it. But let's rerun this and talk about Arch for a little. Filling the pocket, really a clean pocket, really thinking about stepping up and running. I would have rather him just kind of step up and stay stay clean. But he sees Wingo right there. He makes a catchable throw. We gotta have that. If you the guy, you gotta have that, and he knows that, and he's a baller, and he showed up big in his game. Like, the dude went crazy. So those are one of the ones I'm sure that he wish he had back. This is one of the things that kind of gets a little frustrating, like when you're watching the game, especially if you're in the game, if you're playing on defense and you're seeing this from the sideline. Like, I'm not going to show the plays, but we went from 3rd and 3 to really 3rd and 8. I think there was a false start or something like that. Like, that kills the momentum for your drive, and that also pisses the defense off so much. It's like, bro, come on, like, we got to play perfect. Come on, like, we need some help. All that being said, like, for Arch to stay in there and deliver a good ball like this and take a hit. Also, I want to talk about a lot of people who have been saying stuff. It's very hard to play quarterback on your back. It is very, very hard to play quarterback on your back. And I only played at the high school level. There's a lot of armchair quarterbacks that really haven't stood in that fire and knows what it feels like to almost know you getting hit. They had 87 snaps. He knows he's probably gonna get hit out of like 40 to 50 of them. It's tough, bro. It's tough. With that being said, he delivered a strike right here versus Max Blitz. They send one more than Texas can block. We actually ran something like this with the Patriots. I was actually this guy against the Jets in 2020. But that's a tough blitz to stop, and you gotta have a guy that won't miss the layup right there. That safety, I don't think he would have missed the layup right there. That was a good job by Arch to do it, to keep the drive going, as a matter of fact. So we get further in the red zone, right? And this is really the only way that it seems like Texas can move the ball running in the red zone. Like, Arch has to become a runner, that's fine, but you can see, like, the more he runs, the more he's prone to probably getting hurt. So we got to figure something out right there. We got to be able to move the ball. This is really on here to show that we can only move the ball like this. And for this guy right here, I feel like he's supposed to be climbing for the linebacker number 40. I just would have loved to see a little better effort out of that. I mean, 44 was still on his horse, so Arch wouldn't have been able to do too much. But you just gotta work. You gotta work hard in a run game, bro. Like, that's just grit on grit. Like, you can scheme it up any which way that you want to, but that's just grit on grit. Like, who wants it? So for the next play, it's 3rd and 6. I want to say we got saved right here. I don't know. I can't remember what happened, but first off, let's look at this right here. They were stingy with the flags in the first half. They started calling them in the second half. And I'm a DB, no harm, no foul, you know what I'm saying? We got saved. There's another one coming up later that they were holding like crazy, but we held 2 on the offensive line. So what's that 6-7 stuff y'all be doing? Yeah, so whatever. Here we have another offensive line breakdown. That's why this play is on here. And it's not even necessarily just a breakdown. This is just we used to call it a ram stunt. So you penetrate, have this guy coming around, and it makes it hard for the offensive line because 3 guys have to be in perfect communication. I really wish that our guards to tackle communication was a little bit faster, a little bit cleaner, but it is what it is. Like, okay, it starts here. When he feels like this guy isn't coming, usually there's like a word that they say to let them know to shift their eyes, and it's supposed to be passed down the line, and you can see right here that he's saying it, so I would love for his eyes to go right here. And it still ends up getting passed between the 2, but for whatever reason, these are tough. Like, we used to run these with Judon and boys like that, and it got home. Like, tough communication. It requires a lot of communication, but I just would love to see us figure something out there. That was tough. We got to talk about this. 3rd and 1 needed, what's the score? 7-7. This favorite connection right here between Livingston and Arch. I mean, I think those guys are roommates, so all right, do your dance. I actually didn't see that. He got a little sauce? Hold on. He got a little sauce to him. Okay, I didn't. All right. My fault, big dog. So skipping ahead, 3rd and 10. This is the one I was talking about with the refs being stingy with the flags. Like, this is nuts. But I cannot be mad because you're going to see something right here on the back end. So they were being stingy with the flags, whatever. Like, look at this. I get it. It's college. You can grab him. But, bro, he is tackling him. That is nuts. Big hole. He's a good corner, by the way. They say he like 6'4", running like that. Big hole, but whatever. We got another hole down here. Nuts. And Arch, I think they just let this play go. I mean, I don't think they did. You know, it's a lot of gambling stuff going on, so you never know. But it's fine because we got a little something right there. So they come back with the same thing with the Ram stunt that they run, and they also send this, which is crazy. And they, for the most part, they end up picking it up all right. I mean, it's just tough. You got those 3 linemen right there. Those guys got to communicate, and that's a longer developing stunt. So you really run that when you need time, like 2nd and long, 3rd and long, because if it's 3rd and medium, 3rd and short, like that's not gonna get there unless you got a fast guy. But Arch does what he does. We get out the gate. It's cool. This is what I want to talk to a lot of fans about that say like, you know, Arch, do something. What do you want him to do? Do not even in the top of his drop yet. What do you want him to do, bro? This is nuts. And this is tough on a young offensive. This is tough on any offensive line. But what do you want him to do? So we got a 5 down front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think these guys end up dropping out of there. That's where I was saying I would love the communication here between the guards and tackles to be better, because like he knows, he's not even looking. He knows that this guy is not dropping. So you would love the communication to be better. He's signaling like, you know, this is where my eyes are at. So give him a down call right now. Down. Give him a down call. Down. Same thing here. Not even looking. You're not looking, so you know right now. And he probably is giving them a down call. I don't know. He could be giving a down call, but there's 2 forms of communication. There's telling and then there's receiving. There's a better way to say that, but there's somewhere, some way, the communication isn't getting there, and it really messes up the whole game. And we get to this one, and Arch got the most confidence in the world, but I would love for him to have a little bit more confidence to take the check down, bro. I get it. It looks open, so I can see why he did that. This is actually very, very good corner play right here. Like, very good corner play for him to see the over and to drop, but like, Livingston feels it. I just gotta believe that he feels that. This is almost a hospital ball. It's almost a hospital ball. And, you know, the corner played a good route on that, but I would just love to take the check down on that, bro. Just take it. Just take it. It's 1st and 10. But, I mean, he sees the corner on top. He feels like he has it. You know, it is what it is. And then we get back here next drive, fumbled handoff. This was tough. I mean, this was going to be blown up anyway. So it'll probably been 2nd and 16 anyway. Then we get to the next couple plays. There's nothing there all around. Like, we got 6-man pro. There's just nothing there, bro. There's nothing there. There's not a lot of things you could call for 2nd and 16. So you can either play it like 2 third downs, like, hey, we're gonna try to get half back and then make it 3rd and manageable. Or is this actually 3rd down? Oh, it's 3rd and 9. It's 3rd and 9. No, my bad. 3rd and 9. So we're attacking the sticks right here, and there's just nothing there. They're kind of running what Texas love to run in these situations where they have essentially a 3D coverage and 2 hot droppers pack in the middle. So they're leaving the outside, which we will talk about in the next breakdown, that Texas really did a good job of actually attacking those, and that actually pretty much saved us for the next for the next couple of quarters. There was nothing in the 2-minute drive whatsoever. I mean, we were getting somewhere, but it essentially ended up being nothing. So then we skip ahead to the third quarter, and it's just like, I think this was where 100 of his yards came from in passing. Like, bro, look at this. Nuts. The explosiveness of Wingo is just crazy. Like, when he's feeling it, bro, and when he gets going, it's like a freight train. It's like a freight train, bro. The more we can get him going, and it seems like the connection is heating up at the right time. It's slowly heating up at the right time, you know. I don't know. We gonna see. It might be a little scary. We the scariest 6-2 team out there right now. Scariest 6-2 team out there. This play is on here to talk about what protection does to your quarterback and how it affects your quarterback and how it makes you feel like your time clock is sped up. Because it's like, all right, Arch wants to sit in there, but he has a little conundrum. If he sits in there, he'll probably get hit, probably get sacked. So his time clock speeds up. But when it speeds up like that, it doesn't really allow time for the routes to develop. So there was a couple things right here, right? You know, he could have sat in there. Maybe he could have stepped up and found this guy, because he ends up being open and then coming to this guy as well. Who knows if this is just a clear out guy or what? He's probably not even in the progression, but he sees a lane, so he has to take it, but the lane ends up going nowhere and ends up being really a no-gainer. So they're max blitzing us right now. No doubt about it. One thing, like when you're playing quarterback, you gotta know where the free guy is coming from. You have to be tied into the protection. You have to know where the free guy is coming from, because it allows you to dictate and really plan ahead on how I want to handle this 3-for-3 situation, or if I want to do something on this backside, if I am gonna do 5 out. But you gotta know where the free guy is coming from. How is Arch supposed to know where the free guy is coming from if he coming right up the middle? Like, how is he supposed to know? And we got a hole right here. But like, what is he supposed to do, bro? You can full slide, leave him on the edge. You can full slide, boom, 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 boom. Leave him there, leave this guy free. Whatever you want to do, you can full slide this way, cross pro it, leave this guy free, whatever. But I don't know what the protection call is right here. I mean, Sark is way, way smarter than I am. But like, you got a guy running up the middle, bro. There's you got no shot. No shot, bro. You already don't have time because they max blitzing. And then you cutting off another 1.5 seconds off of that because dude is in your face right now. This is a great job of him feeling that and just getting that out. Like, there's no way he can play quarterback at a high level when he's snapping the ball and there's dudes in his face. Like, that's nuts if you think that. So lay off of him a little bit. Last play I want to show right here for this part of the breakdown. We have to be able to run the ball efficiently. Like, there was some good runs in the first quarter by Baxter. Wozniak had a couple of good runs. We were moving the chains and we got it to like 2nd and medium to 3rd and short, 3rd and medium. Like, that keeps the offense on track. So when you do that, it really puts the defense in the bind, because now they can't just pin their ears back and be like, oh, they can't run the ball, so we finna come humming at them. Like, bro, what? You have to win your one-on-one battles, bro. You have to win your one-on-one battles. Have to win this. And even if we do win it, we got to look versus press. Thank you for coming to this first part of the breakdown for UT Mississippi State. Stay tuned for part 2 of the offense. Thank you for vibing with P. I know I already said thank you 2 times, but I'm going to say it one more time. Thank you, and like, subscribe, follow, do whatever you got to do. Rock with me, baby. I see you next time. Peace.